What a month. Took the squat challenge, took the toxic product challenge, took the name that feeling challenge. I really stitched myself up with the squat challenge. Take a look.
100 days of squats.
I don't think that would challenge me too greatly because I do a lot of that kind of thing anyway. But then I'm just thinking where I'm at actually with squats. I probably do around 50 but at the moment. So why don't I start at 50 so I can get to 100? Having stitched myself up, I began by doing 50 squats a day and adding one each day. One day I actually forgot to do them, so the next day I did double. I was at 70 at the time, so I did 140 in a day and ate quite a lot the next day. But it just proves what you can actually do. What I've noticed in doing the squats on a daily basis is that my legs have become stronger, and when I've been running, my run times have improved because the run has just become easier. So it's been a good thing to do. I'm going to keep going until I reach 150 squats, and I'll give you an update next month. Richard's challenge was called Name That Feeling, and he's asked us to document our feelings throughout the day. So just where I'm at, coming up to lunchtime. Woke up this morning, I would say 9 out of 10 feeling tired and had a really heavy night's sleep and just didn't really want to get up, but made a commitment to get up and do some exercise, so that's what I made myself do. At the end of the exercise, an hour later, I would say I felt pretty pumped. I completed the workout, which is an upper body workout, and it was hard at the start, but I felt good by the time I'd finished, felt nice and energized. So I would say that I felt probably an 8 out of 10 in terms of being pumped, but it felt good to have seen that through. After that, I had a meditation for about 40 minutes and just came out of that, and the feeling I would attach to that is one of being chilled, which you'd hope that you'd get from a meditation, but it had me nicely set up for the day. 10 o'clock though, I was experiencing frustration with something to do with work. I wanted to do better at something, and it just wasn't working. So it's probably a 6 out of 10 on a scale of frustration with that. And then coming towards lunchtime, I was in an ideas meeting, and there were good ideas mostly, but I think the resistance that I was feeling was mostly about how I was going to pull off the ideas that we were talking about. So I'd say I was thoughtful. That was a 9 out of 10, maybe even a 10 out of 10. But I was probably about a 5 out of 10 in terms of resisting most of the ideas. But maybe that's just part of the thought process, and maybe I shouldn't be too hard on myself for that. So 2 o'clock today, the predominant feeling I had was one of anticipation. I was really looking forward to an interview that we had planned, and I would say I was about a 7 out of 10. But then that very quickly turned into disappointment around about 2:20 because we had some tech issues, and it looked like my interview wasn't really going to happen, wasn't going to sort of go ahead. But then we did. We actually managed to make it happen, and it was a really fantastic interview. It all went really well. There was some really great content that came out of it. So I was feeling, by about 3:15, I was feeling quite euphoric this afternoon. I'd say I'd give myself a 10 out of 10 for the intensity of those feelings. I was really, just great. I just really enjoyed what I was doing. 4 o'clock, cheerful. I was being creative, creating a video, and also taking part in another challenge on Facebook. One of my nephews had sent me a message, and like 25 press-ups per day and nominate a person, so taking part in that. Right now, as we're heading into the evening, I'm really looking forward to, so anticipation, I guess, is the feeling. Really looking forward to tonight's dinner, because it's been a really busy day and it's already been cooked and I can smell it. So I'm ready for that. I'm up for it. I'm glad I took this challenge. Thank you, Richard, for giving us the Name That Feeling challenge. What I've noticed is that I've gone through quite a few emotions today, from feeling tired, pumped, chilled, frustrated, feeling anticipation, feeling disappointed, feeling euphoric, cheerful. It really has been a roller coaster ride. I don't know if every day is like that. I suspect it potentially is. but it's been good to document those feelings and see what goes on a daily basis. Janie's challenge this month was to go through all of the products that smell in the house and look at halving them and then halving them again. We don't actually have a lot of smelling products in the house these days because my wife Jo went through Janie's book many years ago and we've kind of eradicated most of them. But we have looking at this and doing this exercise, we have slipped back into some old habits. You know, we've got this bathroom cleaner that we use, but yeah, we do have the alternative of vinegar and bicarbonate of soda. And if you mix those two together and stick them into something with a spray gun on it like this, you've actually got quite a potent mixture. It's actually just kind of like laziness, is what we just said about that product. We've also got Pledge here. Use this product, and actually we've had this for about 3 years or so. This one canister, and that's literally because we only really use it on this kitchen table. And you know, that's probably about every week or sort of 14 days, or if we've got people around for dinner, maybe a little more often, but it's rare that we use that. You know, Fairy Liquid crept back in. We used to use Ecover. That might just be a cost thing, but that's something that we can look at. And one other thing, just to mention, I sort of do have this Dove's men care product. I mean, Dove usually have quite a good name for taking care of people, but I'm not sure exactly. I mean, you see how small the kind of ingredient list is here in terms of like the size of the writing on the back here. Really, kind of, I would really need my glasses and would need to study what's in this. But because Dove have quite a good name, I just trusted that this would be okay. And I only actually use this, I usually day to day I use a salt stick. So I only actually use the Dove Men Care deodorant when I'm traveling into the city, when I've got meetings or when I'm at an event, just as kind of like heavy duty kind of protection while I'm there. So kind of like minimize the impact of that. I only use on occasions. But probably the thing that we could do is probably definitely get rid of that. We can definitely get rid of that. We can start using this. Bleach, I mean, we have you know, usually only for like cleaning a cloth, bleaching that, or you know, when there's a really stubborn stain that other things wouldn't get rid of. So maybe we could get rid of that as well, but we've minimised the use of it in the meantime. I ask our experts to give us challenges so we have practical ways of trying something new and different so we can find what works for us in our own lives. Let us know how you get on with the challenges in the comments below, and look out for my next roundup video where I'll take on more challenges.